Are you still waiting for that pullback? 14.7% from the beginning of 2024. Hey there, Tamir from פיבונאצ'י.com here. Weekly market recap. Like, subscribe, and let's see the charts. Weekly market recap. Of course, we'll go over the SPY, the Qs, the Dow Jones, Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Meta, and many more interesting names. So don't go anywhere. We will go over all these names and more on the weekly chart. SPY from the beginning of 2024, ladies and gentlemen, SPY already gained 14.5%. Is it the end of this bull run? In my opinion, we are not even halfway there. In my opinion, we are going to see 571 and 615 by the end of 2024. Another 15% to the upside. And the SPY, never say never, I know. It seems far-fetched, but July's rate cuts are incoming. November, we have US elections. Will be very, very interesting. Last quarter of 2024, bulls are everywhere. Bears are nowhere to be found. We are bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hours. Now, the 516 is the support. Below it, 509. And then, above the 536 on the weekly, we will see 571. QQQ ended up the week with another 2.72% to the upside. The Qs, since beginning of 2024, ladies and gentlemen, gained already 16.7% to the upside. Look at this bull run. Look at this magnificent channel that the Qs are in. We can take Fibonacci a little bit tighter, so we will have more support and resistance. This is the swing. This is the beginning of this swing low. Now this is the swing high. Next, we are seeing 500 and 542 at the upper border of this option channel. Now the support is the 439, 440. Qs bullish on all time frames. Dow Jones on the weekly, another week doji relative weakness, but on the good side, we are holding above the 384 area. Below it, we will go revisit 371. Overall, let's see continuation above last week's highs, and then we are going to retest all-time highs at the 400 and the Dow Jones. IWM closed the week with 2.2% to the downside. Overall, IWM super weak, super relative weakness. Yes, we have this slight uptrend line that is holding, still holding, but the IWM for now, in my opinion, looks very weak. I want to see a touch on this lower border of this option channel and a bounce, and only then we will start thinking positively going long on IWM. Of course, everything that you see in here on my channel is for educational purposes only. The 200 is the support. Look at this 200 area and the IWM, very, very important support. Below it, we are going to retest this red line over here. Below it, the 192 for now, in my opinion, and not only my opinion, also the FTI bearish on 3 out of 4 time frames, which means no long for now on the IWM. Bitcoin on the weekly for the time that I'm recording this video. All this area, the 72, 73 area, once again, very, very tough resistance. The 66 area is the support. The FTI, one click away, gives you everything that you need. It gives you support, resistance, buy signal, sell signal, also to the future, of course. It gives you where to put your stop for long, where to put a stop for short, the green label and the red label. They are the stop loss for longs and shorts. And of course, you have multi-time frame table that can give you a better point of view on multi-time frames. Bitcoin is still above the red line. As long as Bitcoin is above this red line, the way is up. But for now, in the past 3 weeks, not much of a movement. Bitcoin is stuck between the 66 and the 72. Ethereum on the weekly. After this week, May 20th week, in the past 2 weeks, Bitcoin, Ethereum, 2 dojis, nothing much, not much of a price action. The 3670 is holding a support. Below it, we will go retest the 3360 long, only above last week's highs, maybe above the 3960, and then 4100, and then 5285. Gold on the weekly, double top scenario on the gold, breaking below the 2270. Gold is heading south to the 2220 and 2162. If you are long on gold, the FTI signals it's bearish on all time frames. So if you are long on gold, maybe it's time to rethink your long position. Better risk management. It all comes down to price action, Fibonacci, risk management. MAGS, the Magnificent 7 ETF, another crazy week with 3.7% to the upside. The Magnificent 7 ETF is in a bull run, going towards this uptrend red line. Let's take Fibonacci a little bit tighter so we can have more support and resistance. And as you can see, this is the swing low, swing high. Now we had this uptrend channel over here, broke above it. There is nothing more bullish than breaking above an uptrend channel. Now we got ourselves this channel over here, this red line. Next resistance will be the 45 and then 47 with 4170 is the support. Below it, 4055, bullish on all time frames on the Magnificent 7. SOXX, doji inside candle, not much of a price action as SOXX. So if the market is in indecision, we also cannot decide what to do. Long continuation above the 244 towards 256 and 272. Now, as you can see, the yellow zone from resistance. It was a very tough resistance since February until it broke middle of May. And since then, in the past 3 weeks, it's the support. Like, subscribe, don't go anywhere. Hit the notification bell because more videos coming up during this video, including my top stocks to watch for the coming week. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me. We have many more stocks and setups to talk about. Microsoft, inside candle, inside week, which means market is still in indecision state on Microsoft, which means we cannot decide what to do. We can start our long position once above the 424. I would like to see at least 2 days closing above the 424, and then we can start taking long position on Microsoft towards the 433 and 446. Once again, breaking below the 416, we will meet 410 and 405 to the downside. Overall, Microsoft, not much of a price action. Nvidia, what a week. Nvidia, another week, 10.3% to the upside. At some point, Nvidia was 14% to the upside. Now, the 1146 is the support. Below it, 1164. Long continuation, and we will see 1391 and 1564 to the upside. Can we get the same movement we saw over here from 500 all the way to 950? Can we get it once again? Let's see. Let's see. From here to here takes us all the way to 1400 to the upside. For now, Nvidia is in a bull mania. Apple closed the week with 2.4% to the upside. Apple with almost a new all-time high closing week. We still have this closing at the 197.57. This is all-time highs on Apple. We are inch away, less than an inch away. Now the 190 is the support. Long continuation and 206 and 217 to the upside. AMD still moving sideways 3 weeks in a row. inside this yellow zone. We can take Fibonacci a little bit higher. So you will see we are inside the yellow zone, below the 618 retracement, above the 50% retracement. I want to see a break up and above the 167, and then we will see 198 on the weekly. But for now, sideways move, 3 consecutive dojis. Doji is the most significant signal in price action in candlestick analysis for an indecision in the market, which means if we see on the time frame that we are trading and on the higher time frame a doji, it means we need to sit on our hands and do nothing because the market is doing nothing. So if the market is doing nothing, we certainly cannot do anything. And if you want, you also have here this magnificent, amazing broadening formation, the only true formation where price aggregates, how price moves in zigzags, ups and downs, never straight up, never straight down, and of course never straight to the right side. It always going up, going down. This is what makes the broadening formation. Meta after 5 weeks of nothing, doji after doji, doji after doji, after 5 weeks where the 476 area was a very tough resistance. Look left, it was a very important area of support, became resistance, and then came last week 5.6% to the upside. Now the 477 is the support, long continuation, and we will see 514 and 531 to the upside. Google, 3 consecutive weeks with a doji, struggling with the 178. Now the 165 is the support. Let's take Fibonacci a little bit tighter for more support and resistance. Swing low, swing high. 168.48 is the support. Below it, 160.63. But for now, we are bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly, long continuation above the 168, 178, and we will see 195 to the upside on Google. Tesla. What can we say about Tesla? The whole market is going up. Tesla going nowhere. Tesla going sideways below the yellow zone. The yellow zone, very, very tough resistance. Look at this. End of April, Tesla tried to break up and above. And since then, 5 consecutive weeks between the 165 and the 187. Is this the time to go long on Tesla? Even though the FTI gives us daily bullish and weekly bullish, it doesn't mean we need to go long on Tesla. Why? It just helps us to see that if you want to go short, or if you are already short on Tesla, maybe it's time to rethink the short position, because this area, the 166 area, 165 area, very, very important and very strong support. But on the other hand, we need to understand price action and Fibonacci, and we can see that the 188 area is, when 187 is a very tough resistance. Amazon, welcome back with 4.45% to the upside, gained back previous 2 weeks losses, and as we can see, the 175, 176 area, very important area of support, long continuation. We can take Fibonacci a little bit tighter once again for more support and resistance. The yellow zone, very important area of support. Long continuation, 191.70, and then 203 and 217 to the upside. Shopify, welcome back. After last week, we said I want to see a weekly close above the 61 area, and here we are. We closed 61.59. Now let's see continuation towards the 63 and above it 69 to the upside. Shopify starting to curl up. On the way up, we will meet the yellow zone and this red trend line. MicroStrategy, nothing much. All this area, the 1660, very tough resistance. The 1400, very important area of support. MicroStrategy depends on the Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin will go up, MicroStrategy will follow. If Bitcoin will crash to the downside, MicroStrategy will follow Bitcoin to the downside. Netflix, after this very nice bull run, in those 5 weeks, in the past 2 weeks, we have doji indecision in the market. Bulls are holding strong above the 66.22, below it 606 and 592, long continuation, and we will meet this red trend line once again as resistance for the higher highs, and then 715 to the upside. SMCI continues to break to the downside. SMCI now at the 50% retracement of this uptrend, pullback, 50% retracement, bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly, short continuation or downtrend continuation, and we will meet 656. If you want to go long on super microcomputer SMCI, in my opinion, you need to wait for at least a week above 880 to the upside. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, educational. If so, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to check the links in the description below for further information for your financial freedom. Until the next video, enjoy the rest of your weekend.